Yeah, something around that. Okay, so now what we're going to do besides section 1 is we're going to write page 26. Now, what does it say on page 26 to do to find the greatest common factor? CJ.
Divide into the GCF is the largest. Well, factoring means that you divide each number by the GCF.
What is the GCF, babe?
The lowest exponent of the common variable.
What else is it?
Greatest common factor.
Right. What is that?
The largest number that divides into 2 or more numbers.
Yes, I wanted you to read that first part where it tells you what the GCF is, where it says the GCF is. See those clues?
Yeah.
All right. The GCF is the largest number that divides into 2 or more factors. What's the largest number that divides into 3x and 9? Okay, so we would divide everything by 3. And if we start with 2 terms, how many do we end with on the inside of our parentheses? 2 terms. So what's 3x divided by 3? X, thank you. And what is 9 divided by 3? Isn't it magic?
Isn't it exciting when you get it right?
Alright, number 2. Now, this has both a number and a variable, and they have the same variable. So do we take the biggest exponent or the smallest? The smallest. And what's the biggest number that divides into both 2 and 6? What are you doing?
You know what's not good?
Y'all are millennials.
No, not. We're Generation Z.
Yeah.
Troy, like.
No. Okay.
I want you to apply. We can't laugh on like Christine Glaze.
Did y'all get that? Those of us that actually did that. How old do you think I am?
Like
22.
centuries.
Wait, she is?
I should do the x2.
Yeah, no.
Alright, so the smallest exponent is 2. So you take out x squared. The biggest number that divides into 2 and 6 is 2. So your GCF is 2x squared. Now, we started with 2 factors, so we end with 2 factors. We divided and we got x minus 3. If you need a new one, go get it out of the crate. Also, you left your stuff in here. So could this be it?
Probably.
Or is this something else that's yours? It's not. It's something. This is Michaela's.
That is cool.
He can get it. Thank you. He's capable. All right, he might be capable. Let's look at number 3. What's the biggest number that goes into 6, 12, and 15 besides CJ, Jarek, Jordan, and Alexia?
3.
I can tell you the answer.
No, I want you to tell me the biggest number. Thank you. 3. All right, now, do I divide everything by 3 or one of the things?
Everything.
What is 6n squared divided by 3?
2n squared.
What is 12n divided by 3?
4n.
What is 15 divided by 3?
5.
And I started with 3 terms, so I end with 3 terms. Look at me go.
Wow.
Wow.
If you have not finished 4 through 8, please now do 4 through 8 without me. If you have finished, you get to relax.
Actually, I need to think of it.
Already, so how many R's left? Right, so this is negative 24, okay, this is the negative 24, negative 3. We have a P, we pull one out, so we don't have anything left to pull out, okay? We have R cubed, we pulled one R out, how many R's left? 3 minus 1. Yeah. Okay, so now 8 to 115, 2 times, right? We just had 1 P, we pulled 1 out, well, we don't have any left, right? Had 1 R, we pulled 1 out, we have 1 left.
Where's that X on the end of 7?
You just keep on picking out numbers.
Right, and so you pull down the
What?
ones that you can't.
On number 4, at the end of it,
Pull
it's
out more
7x.
than what you have.
Yep.
And on the answer, there's no x.
Because I factored out an X.
Oh.
So I have 3 here. I factored out 1. That means I have 2 left. I have 2 here. I factored out 1. I've got 1 left.
Right.
I have 1 here. I factored out 1. I have none left.
Well, I didn't, I just put one in front of it.
You can put a 1 in front of the X. That's fine. Number 5. All they have in common is what? 8.
32, you pull an 8 out. 8.
Are you checking yours? It looks like you're on your phone. Should you be on your phone? So will you put it down?
That's what you're saying?
No.
Divided by 8 is 4,
Thank you.
okay? 8 squared. 24 divided by 8,
Does everybody see how I got 8?
3.
Which one?
Are we ready for number 6?
Okay?
What'd y'all get for the GCF of number 6?
15.
15
BG.
BG cubed. Yep.
You can't pull an 8 out, because they both don't have.
Alright, so then 15 divided by, 75 divided by 15 gives us 5. You have 2 B's, you take 1 out, you've got 1 left over. You've got 3 G's, you take 3 out, you have none.
Okay, so
Then you do 60 divided by 15 and you get 4. 1 B, take 1 out, you've got none. 3 G's, take 3 out, you got none.
Get the highest number.
Oh.
You're gonna get the
You've
highest,
gotta
the
take your
largest
lowest
number.
exponent every time.
The largest number that will go into both of them.
What about 7?
So, right around 3, you don't want to write.
3x.
3x. I got 3x as well. Did anybody else get 3x?
I did.
Take a point for your team.
Alright. You do that. You do that.
Alright, and are we ready for 8 or do we need a mo?
You can keep going.
A minute? Okay.
Oh, never mind.
Now, so you check that one. 3x. You can't pull an A out, because they don't all have an A in them. Oh, there's no A here, there's no A here. You can't pull an A out. See how you got that? And you can only pull 1 X, because that one has 3, that one has 2, that one has 1. You get it. Okay? Start the correct thing.
Are we ready now?
Go back and look at it.
Okay. Is everybody ready for number 8 or does anybody still need a minute? Number 8. I got 8 PR. Did y'all get 8 PR? Did you say yes or no? What'd you do? Do you see why it's not 4? Because you gotta take the biggest.
You can go larger.
The biggest number and the smallest exponent. The biggest number and the smallest exponent. Sweet potatoes, children. All right. Now, what page are our notes for section 2 on? Is this a GCF or is this a trinomial? Trinomial. And the way you know to use trinomial factoring is if it doesn't have a GCF. This doesn't have a GCF. There's not a number that goes into all 3 of these, so we use trinomial factoring. What page is that on?
28.
28. And you use the star method. Yeah, you like these?
Yeah.
I do too.
The greatest color picture.
Yeah.
I like the star method.
Alright, so on number, well, let's make a base star in case we forget to look at our notes. Surprise, surprise. And that way we have this. Alright, and remember, we need two numbers that multiply to give us 110 and add to give us 21. That's our goal. Two numbers that multiply to give us C and add to give us B. If C is positive, both factors match the sign of B. So what are both of our factors going to be this time?
Positive.
Positive. So in my star, 110 goes on top, 21 goes on bottom, and then we list the factors of 110. Now, if you did yours last night like you were supposed to, please don't shout out the answer. But can anybody list a number that goes into 110?
110 and 11.
110 and what?
What else? Or do we need to do any more?
I believe we already
No,
know.
you do not have to do it.
Why do I not have to do any more?
Because we already found the answer.
Because 11 plus 10 is
21.
fantastic. And where do I put 11 and 10?
Right beside 21.
Yep. Now, how do I write it in my parentheses?
Y plus 11 and then y plus 10.
Good. Take a point. Tori, you also get a point for answering. Okay, now what if C is positive but B is negative? What do both of our signs have to be?
Negative.
Alright, and what if C is negative? What are we going to do?
Find it.
The big factor matches B.
The big factor matches B, so we'll have two different signs, right? Alright, work on the next few without me. And then we'll check them. Number 10. Did y'all get n minus 2 times n minus 2?
Yeah.
Did you get n minus 2 times n minus 2?
Yes, I did.
Did anybody else get it?
At least we have our.
Good job.
At least we still have our dignity.
Yes.
California's better gone a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, now Manny is still not done with number 11, so we have to pause.
Come on, Manny. Gee.
If you got it right,
I got that.
n minus 6, n minus 4,
Alright.
or n minus 4, n minus 6.
Yeah. I got n plus 12 and n minus 2.
Well, they have to be the same sign. That because this is positive. That means they have to be the same sign. And if you did 12 and 2, what's negative 12 minus 2? Negative 14. So that doesn't work.
What is negative 12 plus negative?
Right. What did I just say? That they have to be what?
Oh.
Because C is positive, that means they have to be the same sign. We've got 1 minute. Let's see if Manny can get done with number 12. You can do it.
You can do it.
For those of you that finish your study guide, if you want to send me a message on Google Classroom or Remind or send me an email, I will share the answers with you. That way you can check it and make sure you're ready for tomorrow.